Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, the sound of the season has a profound impact on just about all of us. So as the curtain comes down on this dreadful year, in this edition of our show, we're raising songs of good cheers, featuring Jamaica's greatest saxophonist, Fraser, sharing live right here on our stage tracks from his brand new Christmas album, Nyabinghi. While producer Sean Contractor Edwards talks and exhibits his Garrison Christmas album that features a slew of new age dancehallers, including Javillani, who comes with Contractor to our stage. So it's a special edition, the sound of Christmas, Jamaican style. Welcome to the show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
On Stage with Winford Williams, Saturdays at 9 p.m. on CVM. So much more than entertainment.
And we're back with this week's Top 10 Trending Songs.
City of Gods by TJ comes in this week at number 10.
My badness, City of Gods, Brooklyn 90s, yo, shotgun.
And at number 9, the East Side Prince, Ritical, with We Don't Fear.
Them love pose like them know that me know play, but every double dead that cut short from it show face.
I Water has Clip Tall at number 8.
From where this play could I never live long. Everything I claim me not really live long. That him in the key and the double clip grab.
City Girls by Chris Brown and Young Thug at number 7.
You know I like it when you naked and you shake it in my face and I can't take it.
While Gage's Journey is number 6.
Me I chat this with rap and lyrics no soul. Used to live at one place so name Devil Knows All.
Starting off our top 5, it's Vibes Cartel with Buddha Dome.
Play it na your chest, play it na your face. Turn it over this way, be a man of steel.
And Governor is Undefeated at number 4.
5 years, 10 years, me still a sing hit song. Can't miss it, man, 32 clip long.
Alkaline with Nah Feel Like is number 3. And it's Governor again with Humans and Monsters Are Not the Same Convo Part 3 at number 2.
Just born a married woman and a rinse off. Oh, cause you know me just say you switch that. You mad can't hear from my brother Chris Dog.
And the number 1 track this week, Alkaline with We Up.
Hard work, quality powers, and we make time to the best. Google back them all in one for play checkers and not just a
Fraser, sharing live right here on our stage tracks from his brand new Christmas album, Nyabinghi. While producer Sean Contractor Edwards talks and exhibits his Garrison Christmas album that features a slew of new age dancehallers, including Javillani, who comes with Contractor to our stage. We'll be back. Internationally acclaimed producer Sean Contractor Edwards joins us in this segment to talk and exhibit his Garrison Christmas project, which features a slew of new age dancehall artists. Right now, right here on our stage, the man known as Contractor. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Winford. We're bringing the Garrison Christmas cheer to on stage today, you know?
Ah, yes, welcome, you and it. So talk about it. I call them new age dancehallers. Is that why you call it Garrison, or what?
Well, you know, at Christmas time in the inner city, Garrison communities of Jamaica, you know, they don't listen to Christmas carols. You know, they're not listening to Silent Night and Jingle Bells, you know? So at Christmas time, they still want to hear the hardcore dancehall music that's trending throughout the year. That's what they want to hear at Christmas time. So we decided to give them a treat this year with an album, you know, the Garrison Christmas Project. Features some of the young, trendy hardcore dancehall artists, you know, from Squash to Javillani to Popcorn to Idonia, you know, and keep them, the Garrison communities, you know, happy, you know, and these inner city communities are not just in Jamaica, you know, they're all over the world, you know, and they love dancehall. So we're giving them a treat this year. Christmas songs don't really apply in the inner city communities.
So it's nothing to do with
it's not
the traditional Christmas.
Carol. No, it's nothing to do with traditional carols. Christmas. This is Garrison Christmas. You know, it's the first of its kind. And since it debuted on pre-order 2 days ago on Amazon, we hit #1 on the new releases for Amazon reggae albums. #1 on the bestseller, you know what I mean? Battling with Shaggy's Christmas album, you know? So the response has been good. What I like about it is that we have worked with a young team of Jamaican producers to make it happen. I told them the concept, and they, you know, bought into it and said yes. They want to be a part of it. You know, young producers, you know, people like Stubborn God Music, Top Braff, YGF, Big Laugh, you know, Makanen, Blake Hannah, you know, these young producers that are bringing a high energy dancehall.
Okay.
Earlier this year, we had a successful reggae album, which was called Tropical House Cruises to Jamaica, the Reggae Collector's Edition. Yes. And it hit the Billboard charts, compilation album chart at number 16. So that project, we used it to penetrate the African market. And it had Shatta Wale on it from Ghana. And so this year we decided to add a Nigerian on this project. Her name is Rebecca. And most of these songs, what we find, these hardcore dancehall songs, they're not really marketable overseas. You know, labels like VP don't want them. Labels like Tads don't want these songs. So I decided to rebrand these songs, you know, not give them such a gun culture image, you know, rebrand it with the Christmas theme. And so far it's working.
Okay. How is the year for you, generally speaking?
Well, the year, like I said, it's been a successful one with the success of the album, Tropical House Cruises to Jamaica. We are the first reggae album to go to #1 in an African country in all genres when it went to #1 in Ghana. We hit iTunes top 10 reggae album chart in 14 countries. And so we decided that, you know, to close off the year, we're going to give, you know, people a treat with the Garrison Christmas album.
Christmas, all right. You seem to be well-placed internationally, Contractor. Talk about your roots for me, your background in our music and the level of contacts and collaborations that you have organized in the international pop space.
Well, you know, I started out marketing and promoting music for a lot of the reggae giants out there. And one of them was Morgan Heritage. And Morgan Heritage really opened my eyes to the African market and say, listen, you know, sales are dwindling in the US, and let's look to the African market. You know, so prior to that, in 2018, having worked with so many artists and producers and labels, I decided to executive produce my first album, which was the beginning of the Tropical House Cruises to Jamaica series. And it had Ed Sheeran on it. It had Damian and Stephen Marley, Wyclef, and it premiered on Billboard. So from there, I started to open up and have a more understanding of not only the reggae market here in Jamaica, but overseas, learn what's in demand, how to, you know, structure ourselves that we can compete with these other genres like hip hop, you know, pop and so on. What you find is that our dancehall and reggae space, we tend to be competing with each other so much, you know, and instead we're not competing with the other genres out there.
Okay.
So over the years, we have seen where our relevance and our sales have dropped drastically, and other cultures, for example, you know, other like American reggae bands, they have taken over reggae music in America. They're selling more. They are also touring more. So I decided to re-energize our industry from Jamaica and with the marketing and the branding,
Yes.
you know, and expand it some more.
And you're collaborating, you're linking with and interfacing a lot with the mainstream hip-hop, R&B, and even pop markets, aren't you?
Well, what I found, Winford, is that Spotify, for example, which is the biggest streaming platform out there for music, 1% of the artists in the world contribute to 90% of the revenue of Spotify. So our music here is a drop in the bucket. So, you know, this 1%, which includes like Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Drake, Ariana Grande, these artists are streaming so much that, you know, even though we have, let's say, Popcorn this year did 138 million, which was excellent, it's still a drop in the bucket. You know, there's artists.
And those artists are in the billions,
in
aren't
the
they?
billions.
Yes.
So therefore, in an attempt to tap into this large global market of streaming, which is where the business is right now, you know, I decided to collaborate with the Sharons. You know, I went to the UK a few times and I met up with Jethro Sharon, who's Ed Sheeran's mentor and cousin. You had him on the show.
Yes.
And he had tracks with Ed Sheeran that he produced. And so we decided to do a collaborative effort. This year, we also put out a dance remix with Ed Sheeran and DaBaby.
Yeah.
And in 1 week, we did like 500,000 streams since last week. So opening up the market, yes, helps us to work with these, you know, other giants out there.
And Ed Sheeran, his DNA is in reggae. In fact, he started doing reggae before pop.
Well, you know, reggae music is a cultural gem for us in Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, when you look at people like Dean Fraser and people of that generation who are so talented musically with instruments, and the caliber of artists that we've put out over the years, you know, without autotunes, you know, from the Alton Ellis, the Beres Hammond, you know, coming right down to the Capleton and the Sizzler, the level of professionalism is so high.
Yes.
So we come in now as the younger generation. We have to try to make these people feel proud and, you know, live up to the high standard that has been set before for reggae music, you know. And I think a lot of these youngsters, they need to understand that, appreciate it, and that will also help them to make better music.
Okay, so your call about the commercial success of our music, dancehall and reggae, it's underperforming, so to speak.
Well,
commercially.
We're definitely underperforming in the marketplace. A lot of the reason is because we're so divided, right? And if we came together, combined our resources and our knowledge, we could really be a force in the marketplace. Because when you study what's going on in America right now with these streaming platforms, right? It's all based on these playlists. You know, for example, every year everybody's glad to be on President Obama playlist. But we don't have a Winford Williams playlist. You know, if Winford Williams had a playlist and he said, okay, listen, it's what my playlist consists of. These are the songs that are on my playlist. People would also be proud to be on the Winford Williams playlist. You know, so
I hope so.
Well, you know, we have to get more knowledgeable. We have to get more active, you know, in the actual marketplace of what's going on, just to monetize every aspect of our industry. You know, that will really help us to grow. We have a lot of these advisors, entertainment advisors, but at the same time, our music isn't growing. So, you know, it's sometimes very selfish the way we are in the business. So we need to come together and say, listen, how can we compete with hip hop in America, the sales of hip hop? How can we compete with the sales of pop? And we can, because we make good music. So, you know, we need to work with, you know, knowledgeable, experienced people, you know.
Okay. Well, sir, you certainly have the connection, the contacts, and you're doing well for yourself. And we want to wish you well. And thank you also for the glory you're bringing us when you spread our musical culture around the world as you have been doing, sir.
Well, thank you. It's teamwork. It's not about me, you know. It's a teamwork, you know. I reach out to people and I tell them the concept and they buy into it and we work together to make it happen, you know. So thanks for having me, Winfred, you know.
Oh, it's great to have you, sir. Well, there you have him right here, the man himself, Contractor, the producer. Stay with us, still to come. Well, next we're going to talk with Javillani, one of several artists that he spoke of on the Garrison Christmas album. He's next. And later, the great Dean Fraser on some of the biggest Christmas carols, timeless records for this time of year. Dean Fraser. Well, need I say more? We'll be back. In this segment, we welcome Javillani, one of several new age dancehallers on Contractor's Garrison Christmas album. Javillani, welcome, sir.
Yeah, my father, Anna, you know.
Honor to have you, sir. Yeah. All right, so talk about your track on this Christmas album, this Garrison album.
Well, you don't know. I show my side of the music when I like it, you know what I mean? The hardcore gangster side is a grimy song called No Future. You see me? So I feel the hardcore fans of dancehall.
It's a gangster song. How do you describe it? So the lyrics are about gangsterism, what?
Well, the lyrics are grimy.
Grimy?
I mean, a grimy lyrics, as in a bad man song. Yeah.
So too bad for us to play. I would like to play a piece of it, but clearly we couldn't have it. All right, so let's talk about your year. This year, tough year for everyone with the pandemic. How do you describe yours, your 2020 year?
Well, I'm working same way, you know what I mean? Never stop working, you know what I mean? So it's a fairly good year same way, you know what I mean? Because we still put in work and we still see. We still see the fans them, you know what I mean? And the people them still reach out to the same way, so. It's a good year for me, isn't it?
A good year, but you would have wanted to travel, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
As a new artist, a young artist, you would have had many fans who haven't seen you yet, in the flesh, that is, in person. And this would be a time when I suspect you'd be very busy this year, going to different shows and making personal in the flesh appearances. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, man.
That part of it is a little bit disappointed?
Well, you don't know, next year still there, you know, you see me? That's why I never stop working, you know what I mean? And we always believe and always optimistic, you know what I mean? So
on the recording side, everything has gone well?
Yeah, man, sure. I will still shoot music video every week, see me?
Every week?
Yeah, man.
Saying? And the reception out there for them?
Yeah, you don't know, we have our cult following, Wild Side government, you know what I mean? So the fans them always loyal. So the Wild Side fans always there and we gain new fans daily, same way. So the reception is great, same way.
Who are they? Where are your fans? Where are some of them based?
Well, you don't know, the things start from Jamaica, you know what I mean? But the music I travel, you know what I mean? And we have fans in every era where dancehall music is being listened or played, you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So not just Jamaica or the Caribbean alone, you see me?
Okay, so what can you tell us about what else you're doing now? What's to come next year, given that, well, you know, things kind of free up somewhat? What would you be looking forward to doing or going, or places you would want to go?
Well, I have my full body of work, a project, you know what I mean, to be released next year sometime. You know what I mean? I have that for the people to see what Javillani been up to. And, you know, touring, we did for do that this year, so as I say, next year.
Hopefully you can go on the road. We have a video queued up for you. what can you tell us about it before we go to it?
Well, it's a tune for the girl them right now, featuring Skillibeng, you know what I mean? You don't know Skillibeng are one of the most relevant dancehall artists at the moment. So it's a hot song in the street, same way, because you don't know. Yeah, man, smooth.
With Skillibeng. All right, let's go to it right here.
Smooth operator, sharp like a razor.
Smooth. Javillani.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. So is it, how it going out there?
Yeah, man, it a run up, man. I whole place I listen to that song right now, you see me?
It's blazing the season, the
Yeah,
Christmas
man.
season right now. So you have a merchandise line now, I'm told.
Yeah, you know, I want all of the people them go check out the merch, you know what I mean, at JahvillaniOfficial.com. The link to the website is in my Instagram bio, you know what I mean, JahvillaniOfficial.com, you know what I mean, whole heap of pullover, you see me, shirt, everything what you want, you see me, wild side merch, you see me.
Everything or
Yeah,
just tops?
Whole heap of thing over there,
And
man.
pants and shoes.
Shoes, shirt, you see me, some cup, phone case, everything over there, man, you know what I mean.
Wow. All right, boss.
Definitely.
Well, you're wearing Tommy now, Tommy.
Yeah, you
He'll
know.
figure out the moment. But yeah, it's good to see some of you dancehall artists going into merchandise and looking to invest in more than just the music, but in other enterprises. That is welcomed and smart. And we hope more will take the same route, you know, in terms of going forward, because there's so much you can get from a brand when you're a brand like you are already as a youngster, brother. All right, sir. Well, I want to thank you for coming through and sharing with us, boss. Wishing you all the best for 2021, and hope we'll see you somewhere on the road.
Yeah, my father, respect and see him to you, you know.
Bless you. All right, so there you have him in this segment, Javillani. Stay with us, still to come. The legendary great saxophonist, Dean Fraser and friends. Don't want to miss that. It's all about Christmas. We'll be back. So as the curtains come down on this dreadful year, in this segment of our show, we are raising the songs of good cheer. Featuring Jamaica's greatest saxophonist, Dean Fraser, live. Tracks from his brand new Christmas album, Nyabinghi Christmas. Dean, sir, welcome.
Give thanks.
Congrats, sir. Congrats on this project, Nyabinghi Christmas.
Yes.
Start with the name for us and the making of it.
Yeah, well, you know, the musicians and myself, you know, we got together and said, well, you know, I want to do this Christmas project, but we kind of need something for guitar kickstart, you know, them kind of way there.
Yeah.
So I remember saying it to Denver Smith, rest in peace, you know, and him say, yes, Dean, man, nice idea, Uncle Dean, and thing. And so, of course, Tads came on board and we just say, all right, and we put the musicians together and we get the fund there and the, you know, the Bingy man them for come in and do what we call the Nyabinghi feel to this project. And one of the main reasons is to make the music Jamaican, make the whole thing.
So Jamaicanize it?
So, most definitely. So we Jamaicanize the whole thing and just have a totally different sound and feel to the Christmas songs.
Yes, but I don't think anybody has done an album with the sax in the lead for a Christmas song.
Yeah.
So isn't this a novelty in a sense, this project?
Well, yes, we could say that, you know, but I mean, me never have not looked on it that way there. Me just think and remember now, you know, say we in a pandemic and we have time.
Yes.
So, you know,
ordinarily you wouldn't have time for that.
No, no, but we have time and the musicians are there and everybody just sit down. And so, we're going to the studio, not in any hurry or anything like that. And with the help of everybody chipping in a little here and there, Nyabinghi Christmas.
I mean, when you say you're on the bridging them and the musicians, you get to work with some of the greatest in our music. Yes. Dean, so, I'm not trying to make it to overlift the bar, but, some of you think, we expect such great music. I mean, and they're going to be here, a lot of them, if not all of them. All of them who played on it will be here, right?
Right, except for Denver,
Live right here on our stage, they'll be here playing with Dean shortly, okay? So Dean, and I want to congratulate you too for you're featured on the Wailers One World album. Congrats on that, sir. I hope you'll get a trophy. I'm sure it's not the first your projects have been nominated.
No, I have. And projects have won also.
And have won. Okay, sir. So what do you make of this year's nominees for the Grammy?
I actually like it. You didn't have a lot of foreign reggae groups, and people like Maxi Priest and all of this is long overdue. So, we really like it,
In recent times, it appears that they've been shifting the Jamaican artists.
Yes, definitely.
More Jamaicans are being nominated again.
Most definitely. And what I personally would love to see is that the Jamaican reggae acts just hold them own, sit down and just make good music, because everybody have to come back to where it start and where it there, where it born.
Of course. And when you listen to some of the records in our catalog, in reggae's catalog, I'm amazed at how much work, great, timeless work there is, Dean.
Yes.
And I think that, and I see people, I see some young people now, which I think is good, redoing some of these, updating some of the great foundation women.
Yes.
Some roots, I call them the near roots ladies.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this influx of women really is phenomenal.
Oh, yes.
It's really beautiful.
It's a lot of great things are happening, man. And I think in this pandemic, when all of you were put to just chill out, everybody is more introspective and more creative and we're seeing that coming out. Bridging. And again, Bridging, I want to congratulate you. And already, you say pre-order is out and doing well.
Yes.
And we see tell Nyabinghi Christmas. You know what I mean? With the great Dean. And boy, Dean, I can't wait for hear the live right here. And for those of you who are our fans around the world, you're going to get many tracks from the album live next.
On Stage with Winford Williams, Saturdays at 9 p.m. on CVM. So much more than entertainment.
A very, very special Christmas treat to every one of you watching. From the great Dean Fraser and all the musicians. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Dean, thanks for coming and giving us this. And that's it. For more from this album, you will go to your favorite platform and download it, or stream it, buy it, own it, and enjoy it. And Merry Christmas to everyone from all of us at On Stage TV, on behalf of Dean and the band and all of us at On Stage. Thanks for watching our video. Please click subscribe and be on our stage anywhere, anytime, always.